There is a giant amount of development coming to West Lafayette. A lot of it is being driven by the manufacturers and labs that have been coming to West Lafayette over the last few years. We've got Rolls-Royce and Saab, and now SK Hynix. And while that might be a little controversial, there's a lot of development coming. And right now, I wanted to highlight a few of the active developments that are going to be breaking ground here in West Lafayette over the next year. So if you're looking for a home in West Lafayette and you would specifically like a new home, now is the time to strike. We are going to have a great lot of inventory to choose from, and we'll be in a great position to negotiate with builders, which means you should go to the LafayetteReal.com/YouTube and let me know that you're interested in a new home here in West Lafayette. But a number of neighborhoods to talk about. First off, we have Millbrook. Millbrook is a new development that's on the north, that's to the north of West Lafayette, that is eventually going to have almost somewhere in the neighborhood of 1,100 homes between townhouse and single family, dominated by single family, with a handful of townhouse and then a small amount of neighborhood business mixed in. And they're going to have some amenities and some other things. There's going to be some walking paths, and there's going to be a small amphitheater, I believe. So I think it's an interesting kind of master planned community. They have section 1 and I believe 2 and maybe into 3 approved before the APC for around 281 of the 1,100 lots that will be available. They said it's going to take about a decade to develop the entire place, but here, let's take a look at that one on the map. She wanted to see, I thought I might have had some pictures. Looks like I have the site plans. Thought I had the pictures. Let me load one more. See if I can find it. Thought I had bookmarked the file with pictures. They're conceptual based on some of their other products. Maybe not. Okay, here we go. So Millbrook is being built, and one of the interesting things about this is Millbrook is being built by a company called Estridge, which is an Indianapolis-based developer. And development has been a little bit insular here. There's not been a lot of out-of-town developers, whether that's from Indy or regional developers or national developers. And with all of the development that's been going on here in the last few years, we're starting to see out-of-town developers come in. And somebody might go, that's not good that they don't understand the area. And I would push back and say the local developers have not been able to keep up with demand. So I think overall it's a good thing. But Millbrook, here's just a little browse of some of their proposals. So you can see what the entire area is going to look like when it is finished. They're not breaking ground on all of this to start with. But you can see there's pickleball courts and basketball courts, a fitness center, even a coffee house and a clubhouse, splash pad and swimming pools. Have some wildlife path around the retention pond, a rain garden, more amenities, more recreation areas down here, and we can scroll down and just kind of get an idea of what that area looks like. So that is development number 1, and it is to the north side. I have a map of all of these neighborhoods. So here we are. Here is the Greater Lafayette area, and if you zoom in, here is West Lafayette. Here's Sagamore Parkway, and just a little north, this is where Millbrook Section 1 has been approved for 281 lots that we expect to break ground, I would guess, in the spring, although if they can get it done here as the weather continues to be a little bit mild, we'll see. But just a little bit north of town, almost 1,100 lots to begin to finish with over 10 years, 281 to start with that they're going to be breaking ground on. So that is the first of many neighborhoods that are coming to the West Lafayette area. Another one that I wanted to highlight is Brook Estates, which is an expansion, if you will, of an existing neighborhood. It is right next door to the existing neighborhood of Timberbrook Meadows. Timberbrook Meadows is up on 600 North next to Harrison High School and Battleground Middle School. And then it's Burnett Creek Elementary. But this one is going to be a further 139 lots. So while it is not 1,100 lots, 139 new lots coming to the market here in the new year. Those have been approved, and I drive by this one quite often, and the site grading is complete, and I think they started to pour foundations, so we'll start seeing that those homes come online here soon. But it is right here. This is Timberbrook Estates, again, right next door to Timberbrook Meadows. 139 lots that are going to be available there, and you can see that is actually just north of Millbrook. So you can see that all this purple is new development, and green is development that is either underway or mostly finished already. So there's quite a lot happening here on the north side of West Lafayette. Like I said, we had Millbrook Phase 1 with 281 lots to start with. And then we have Timberbrook Estates with 139 lots. And then another development, slightly smaller perhaps, but Bauer Ridge Estates is going to be coming online with 89 lots, and that's just a little to the west of the other two developments. But Bauer Ridge Estates is a new development with a further 82 lots that will be, I haven't driven by this one yet. Probably got site grading underway. Need to go check that one out. But here it is on the map. So this is where 231 meets 52. So basically, here's Menards. So basically, not quite right behind Menards, but in that general vicinity right here. So we got Bauer Ridge Estates with 82 lots. We have Millbrook with 281 lots in Phase 1. Eventually, it will build out to almost 1,100 lots, including townhomes. And then Timberbrook Estates for 139 lots. So about 500 new homes breaking ground here in the West Lafayette area over the next year. So if you're interested in home here in West Lafayette, go to the LafayetteReal.com/YouTube and let's fill out the form and go explore some of these new home options that we're going to have to look at here coming in the new year in West Lafayette. Because I am a local Lafayette realtor and I love helping people with their real estate journey, and indeed that's what we're talking about here. So go check that out. So those are new neighborhoods that are breaking ground that have been announced in West Lafayette. And it's not all of the new homes coming to West Lafayette. It's the highlights of most of the larger developments, but there are some others that are on the larger side that are more than just the normal rural development of 2, 3, 4, 5 homes. There are a couple of other developments of 20, 30, 50 homes sort of thing. But there's a glut of neighborhoods that are about to come. And by glut, I mean that the industry has really not kept up, that supply has really not kept up with demand here in the Greater Lafayette area over the last few years. Before we move on to the Lafayette development and the giant amount of neighborhoods that are coming on there, I'm Geoff Gooch with the Russell Company, powered by App Properties, and I'd love to be your local Lafayette real estate resource of choice. Go to the LafayetteReal.com/YouTube and fill out the form, and let's work on your real estate journey here together.